Now, here's a host of Good as Gold, Nick Grovich.
Hi, this is Nick Grovich. We're live in Phoenix today, so if you'd like to join the show, have any questions or comments, call the Phoenix station here at 602-324-1510. If you have specific questions about your coins, you can also call my office. That's 800-221-7694. Well, the metals have been pretty steady in the last week. Gold traded mostly in a $30 range. It continues to trade above $1,100. Silver keeps trying to break out over $15. It's tested that level several times, just to sell off a little bit, and just not quite getting over that $15 mark. You know, the metals are cheap right now. Platinum's under $1,000, gold's around $1,100. Silver under $15 an ounce. And what I've noticed the last 3 weeks, you know, originally I was saying that the prices were so low, no one was selling, but no one was buying. Everyone was sitting on the sidelines. And it seems like the last few weeks the buying has really picked up. People are really trying to purchase a lot of the bullion right now. A lot of people I think are getting nervous as the stock market moves 200 to 400 points a day. It's whipsawing people. They're getting nervous. I'm getting a lot of calls from people who want to move part of their retirement or IRA into a precious metals IRA. If you don't know about that, you can call my office. We'll be glad to give you information about that. But, you know, some people are just looking at their stock portfolios and saying, you know, all this volatility is really scary. There's a lot of people out there expecting a big correction in the stock market. One of the gentlemen I follow quite closely is looking for a 2,000 point move down, which would be pretty substantial. And even other experts on this station, I hear them talking about a huge correction as much as 70%. So, you know, I understand why people would want to maybe take a piece of that and put it into a precious metals IRA. A precious metals IRA, you can take money out of your current IRA, you can transfer it, you can put it in gold, silver, platinum, and that's in with a trustee who watches that. It's physical metal and it's held by a trustee. You have to be really careful with that. The reason I'm mentioning this, you know, a lot of times I'm telling you what not to do instead of what to do. I don't think a precious metals IRA is a bad idea right now with metals down and stocks, so volatile. But you have to be really careful about the way you do it. A lot of people assume that just because an IRA is government regulated, that it means you have a bunch of oversight, that you have a trustee that's taking care of you and watching the prices that you're paying. And I just talked to a lady yesterday who had just sent me a list of coins she had just purchased for her IRA. Now you have to understand that there's a certain list of gold coins, silver coins, platinum coins, and metals and bars that you can put in to an IRA. And of course, the gold, platinum, and silver eagles are at the top of the list because the government, of course, makes those, so they allow those in IRAs. But as we've talked about before, a lot of those coins are now considered collectible. So, you know, we've talked about the half-ounce gold eagles before. A lot of those coins go for anywhere from $1,500 to over $3,000. You know, and you're talking about something with, what's that, about $560 worth of gold. Well, this lady thought she was buying gold, and she sent me a list of her coins, and just about everything she got was a so-called rare date half-ounce gold eagle. So her first shock was when she got her statement from the trustee, and she had, just to give you an example, she had some 1991 half-ounce gold eagles, which is the rarest date of the batch, and they sell for about $2,700. Well, the trustee had them listed for $3,000 a coin, and she was pretty upset about that because the dealer charged her $4,900. And when I told her they're really worth about $2,700, I made the situation worse, not better. So she paid, she paid a good 50%, almost 70% premium over what she could get to turn around and sell those. So she didn't really do a good job protecting her money. She'd have been better off just keeping her money in the stock market and taking her chances because, 60 or 70% decline in that market is no different than what she just did by trying to protect her money. So you have to be really careful if you have a precious metals IRA, you're thinking of getting one. Again, call the office. Don, Carl, Bob, Brian, or myself can help you. We can give you some idea what you have, what it's worth. Or if you're looking to do it, we can tell you some of the best items to put in there. The office number, again, is 800-221-7694. But just don't assume because it's government regulated that the trustee's taking care of you, because that's not their job. Their job is basically to shuffle paperwork around, not to watch what you're buying. So again, if you have a precious metals IRA, you're thinking of getting one, give the office a call. We can certainly guide you in the right direction there. Also, we talked about the silver and platinum shortage. And, I was expecting it to get a little better, but what's happened is as the buying has picked up, the supply from the mints and from the refiners really has not picked up that much. And there's some good news here. For a while, the premiums were just really high. That is, you had to pay a lot more to buy that metal than what it would have cost you 6 months ago. That is, the amount you pay over the price of silver, over gold, or platinum was much higher. In a lot of cases now, if you're willing to wait, delivery on most of the silver coins right now is as far out as November. So you buy it, you pay for it now, you get delivery in November. The good news is that the premiums, that is the amount you pay above the actual price of the metal, has come back down. So there's a trade-off there. You can pay a reasonable price. You can pay a more normal price for the metals, but you get stuck waiting a couple months for delivery. And just to put this into perspective, I was working on a deal with one of the guys at the office yesterday, and the gentleman wanted to get 1 ounce silver rounds. And I found another dealer. We have a system. It's called the Certified Coin Exchange and also Coinplex. It's basically the old teletype. The dealers are hooked up. We can send each other messages. If I have something for sale, I can run it on there. If I want to buy something, I can look, or I can run a message. And there was a dealer in Iowa who had live silver. That means he had it ready for shipment immediately. And he was charging, let's say, $1.50 over spot for silver rounds. Well, the normal price on silver rounds is 80 cents. So he's getting 100% markup, or 100% over what the average premium is. So he's charging $1.50. It's normally 80 cents. So for someone who wanted to buy that silver and have delivery in the next couple of days, they're paying quite a big premium for that immediate delivery, where if they would be willing to take delivery in October or November, they'd get it for the 80 cents over spot. And what's incredible, this dealer had several thousand ounces, and less than an hour later, he ran a message that he had sold out. So it's something you have to be careful. Again, be careful who you're dealing with. Make sure if you buy silver or platinum for delayed delivery, which this is not normal. It's just something that's happening in this market because there is a shortage. Make sure it's somebody that's been around for a while, because I've heard lots of stories of people buying it very cheap on the internet, and 9 weeks later, 6 months later, they still haven't gotten their metal. The dealer goes out of business. He closes up shop. So you want to deal with somebody like my company, American Federal. We've been in Phoenix for over 30 years. When you're taking delayed delivery, you want to make sure the dealer is going to be there in 2 or 3 months when it's time to pick up your silver. And like I said, you got to be really careful if you're buying right now to make sure you're not overpaying. You're not paying too high of a premium on these items. That applies to silver and also platinum. The platinum is very, very hard to get right now. We're probably 4 or 5 weeks out on both platinum and silver.
Once again, here's Nick Grovich.
Okay, we're back with you. We had a winner in our weekly Guess What Gold's Going to Do on Wednesday quiz. Dennis in Louisiana, he missed it just by a few dollars, by about $3. He missed the close yesterday. So Dennis, we're going to be sending you out a brand new Silver Eagle. I think we probably have a nice certified coin we can send you. If you'd like to enter our weekly contest, you have to guess where gold will close every Wednesday. You have to have it in there a day early. You have to have your guess in there a day early. If you're the closest to what the actual close is on Wednesday, you get a silver eagle. If you guess it right to the dollar, not to the penny, but to the dollar, we'll send you a 1/10 ounce gold eagle. We haven't given away any 10th ounce gold eagles yet, but we've given away a lot of silver eagles. So just go to AmericanFederal.com and enter the gold survey. There's no cost. You don't have to do anything, buy anything like that. Just enter and see if you get lucky. Something else I wanted to mention. Now that summer is coming to a close, we're going to start doing a few seminars again. I like to call them workshops, but they're seminars. Our first one is going to be Wednesday, September 23rd. It's scheduled from 1 to 3. In reality, you probably go from about 1 to 4. We usually go a little longer. And we stick around for a little while afterwards, too, so we can talk to people who show up. It's going to be at the Arizona Grand in South Phoenix. Call our number here, 480-553-5282, or call the 800 number, 800-221-7694. Sign up. There's no cost for that. Seating is very limited, so if you're thinking you can attend, call and talk to someone at the office, one of the girls at the office. They'll sign you up, make sure you have a seat. It's a short seminar. I've done seminars anywhere from an hour, and I used to do seminars that were 2 and 3 days long. So it's just a matter of how much information you want. This is some basic information we're going to give you. I'm going to tell you a lot of things to watch out for if you're getting in the market. And really, whether you're in the market already or just thinking of getting in the precious metals market, I'm going to give you a lot of tips to save money, a lot of tips so that you don't get taken if you're buying elsewhere. And if you're already in the market, one thing we offer is a portfolio review. You can bring a list of the coins that you have with you. Depending on how complicated the list is, we'll do a review right there on the spot. If it's something very long, very complicated, we may have to get back to you with actual values and that type of thing. But, we can give you some specific recommendations on what you should own or shouldn't own, depending on your situation. Everybody's got a little different reason for being in the market or possibly getting into the market. And so we can kind of point you in the right direction. We can also, if you have coins to buy or sell, that's what we're in business for. We buy and sell all types of rare coins, gold, silver, platinum. So we can help you whether you're looking to buy, sell, or just need some information. The second seminar we're going to have is in Palm Springs, and that's on Wednesday, November 4th. That'll be at the JW Marriott in Palm Desert. So again, call the office or go online, AmericanFederal.com, and sign up. I try and keep the seminars fairly small. I don't like to have 100 people in the room because it's just too big. I can't answer everyone's questions, and with a smaller group, there's a lot more give and take and back and forth. And I have certain things I want to tell you about, certain things you need to know about, but a lot of times I'll open it up so that we can answer questions and really answer your concerns while you're at the seminar. And again, seating is very limited. I don't like to have 100 or 200 people at these seminars, so we try and keep it very small. And the last thing is Financial Fest, put on by Money Radio, November 14th. We will be there. We'll have a booth there. So come by. You can meet me. You can meet the other guys from the office and the girls from the office. Again, come by. We'll give you some more information. We can answer your questions. Same thing. You can bring a list. We can talk about specifics at those times too. But as always, you can always call the office, 800-221-7694, and we can talk to you about your specific situation and answer any questions that you have. Now, I want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the rare coin market too. There's another new coin being issued by the Mint. It's a 2015. It's $100 gold. It's still 1 ounce of gold, but this one they're calling a $100 coin. It's kind of random what they call the coins. A gold eagle is 1 ounce, and it's a $50 coin. This one they decided to put a $100 face value on it. Now the difference with this new coin, it's a Lady Liberty on the front, an eagle on the reverse, and it's a high relief coin. That means it's super high relief. It's almost roundish. It's very thick and almost round. The vices on the coin are very, very deep. and they're limiting it to about 50,000 pieces. Now I think you can still buy them from the mint for right around $1,540. The reason I'm mentioning it, you might remember in the past we talked about, when they come out with new issues, they had the Kennedy gold $50 last year. The year before that, they had the $50 gold buffalo in what they call a reverse proof. So they come out with these different coins, and the mint hypes them up. And then the dealers seem to jump on board. And the reason the dealers do that, it's a real big profit margin. They get the coins early from the mint. They get them graded by PCGS or NGC. Most of the coins are very high grade, so there's usually a good number of MS69s and MS70s. But the dealers like to hype them up. I don't know if anyone remembers, but last year we talked about the Kennedy coins. And the Kennedy coin's actually 3/4 of an ounce. And what the mint did is they sold live coins right at one of the coin shows, one of the major coin shows. And some of the dealers were hiring homeless guys to stand in line. You had to stand in line overnight, and there were hundreds and hundreds of people in line. There were more people in line than there were coins available at the show. So it turned into a little bit of mania. It was fed by the dealers. One dealer cornered the person who got the first 5 coins and paid him $5,000 a coin. I forgot what the initial, I think it was $1,200 or $1,300 a coin was the initial price. So the first person in line made, I don't know, $20,000, $18,000, I don't remember. And then somehow the very first coin sold. Now, it's not the first coin made. It was just the first coin sold at the show, supposedly retailed for $100,000. So what happened next was the dealers ran home and started selling these coins to their clients as great investments for anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 a coin. And what I was warning you about back then, I was telling you if you wanted to buy a coin, you could buy one for $1,500, $1,600. Maybe you buy one, you take a flyer on it, but not to get caught up in all the hype and pay thousands and thousands of dollars. Well, those coins today are worth less than $1,000. You can buy them for less than $1,000. They did the same thing with the 2013 buffaloes. It was a new way of manufacturing the coin. They hyped them up, and I remember those coins were going for $3,500 to $4,500 wholesale. And again, those coins, you can buy them today for $1,500. So the reason I'm mentioning this is I had a call from a really good client of mine down in Mississippi yesterday, and she said she had a dealer on the phone offering her one of these new 2015 Lady Liberties in MS70 for $10,000. It's just insane because they're treating it as if she's the person who can't live without that coin. And I guarantee you, if she turned around and tried to sell that coin in the next 2 months, she'd be lucky to get $1,500 to $2,000 for it. So those are coins. Like I said, you could buy them from the mint for $1,540. If you want a coin that's certified MS69 or MS70, you can buy those for maybe an extra $100, $1,650 to $2,000. So if it's something you want, it's I can't tell you it's a good deal, but if you shop around a little bit, you can buy them at a reasonable price, and then at least you have a chance to make money on them if they do go up. With a limited mintage of 50,000 pieces, they may turn out to be okay. At $1,500, $1,600, you're not going to get killed too much on them, even if they don't fly. But please don't go out and pay $3,000, $4,000, or $10,000 for one of these coins. I guarantee you'll never get your money back out of them. So we'll be back after this. I want to talk a little bit more about the coin market. The Long Beach show is coming up next week, so we'll talk a little bit about that also.
Once again, here's Nick Grovich.
Okay, I'm back with you. We were talking a little bit about the new Lady Liberty gold coin. And, I talk about the new coins a lot, and I just want to clarify that a little bit because I get a lot of questions. People think they're buying gold, and they end up getting talked into buying the certified or the graded coins. And I just want to talk a little bit about the difference between buying graded or certified bullion coins and ungraded modern bullion coins. Every year at the turn of the year in January, February, you'll see a lot of ads for the the new year in 2016, you'll see the silver eagles, you'll see the pandas, the buffaloes, the gold eagles, and everyone will be advertising those in MS70 and Proof 70 condition. And, in general, sometimes I think it sounds like I talk out of both sides of my mouth, because in general I tell people not to buy those, but every now and then I actually offer those. And there's a reason for that. Unfortunately, a lot of the telemarketers, the big dealers, the brokers that are calling you every day, they love selling that stuff, because when they're selling it, they're marking it up 50, 100, 200%. I know there's one big company back in Minnesota that, for example, will sell an MS70 Buffalo or MS70 Eagle, which are 1 ounce gold coins, and they'll sell them for $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a coin. So, here gold's $1,100 an ounce, and you're paying $5,000 or $6,000 an ounce for that coin. You're buying it as a pure collectible. At that point, the gold value in the coin means very little to you, because gold's got to go to $5,000 to break even. Now, that's why I tell most people just stay away from that, because 9 out of 10 times, if you're buying from somebody who's calling you on the phone, 9 out of 10 times you're just paying way too much. Now, does that mean the coin itself is terrible? No, sometimes those coins are not bad coins to own, but it's like anything else. You have to pay the right price. So let me give you an example. I've talked before about buying half-ounce gold eagles. I've talked about some of the silver eagles and certainly the platinum eagles. And I love buying those coins if you can buy them at a reasonable premium. A reasonable premium isn't paying double what the metal's worth. If you pay $3,000 for an ounce of gold, it's just not a good deal unless it's some type of real rare collectible coins. And what happens with these modern coins is there are people that do collect them. There's people that put the sets of platinum eagles together. There's people that put the sets of silver eagles together. There's people who put the sets of, all the different sizes of the gold eagles together. And of course, since there's people who do that, there's dealers who service that area of the market. So, back in the 80s and the 90s and even the early 2000s, not too many dealers or not too many collectors were sending those types of coins into PCGS or NGC to get graded. And, at this point, a lot of those coins have gone back and forth as bullion coins. They've gone back and forth. So a lot of them, they simply won't grade out to MS70 or even MS69 anymore. So when you get into some of these older coins, you will see that some of those coins go for big money. For example, a 1990 1 ounce silver eagle, which is just, $15 worth of silver. If it's in a PCGS MS70 holder, I think they go for close to $4,000. Well, that's that. Now, I wouldn't tell you to buy it for $4,000, but that's because there are collectors out there who are buying those coins. There's a very small number of those coins available. The likelihood of having thousands of them show up on the market, actually, it's there. I mean, it could happen, but it's probably not going to happen tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So, these people that want to have the best collections, the highest quality collection, they'll pay that big money for those coins. But you fast forward now to, 2010, 11, 12, and today, that's become common now. So dealers will get their allotment from the mint and then immediately send them off to the grading services. So those coins are going basically right from the mint right to the grading services before they're even opened up and looked at. I did this a couple of years ago. I sent a couple boxes of silver eagles. Well, I got them. I didn't even open the box. I didn't even cut the straps. I sent the whole box to NGC to have them grade it. And probably it was a little over half the coins came out MS70. So what a lot of dealers will do is they'll talk to you and say, well, had you bought a 1999 and it came out MS70, you'd have a $4,000 coin or whatever the price is. So they're comparing apples and oranges. They're comparing the older date coins when the quality wasn't quite as good, number one. Number two, nobody was sending them in. And they're comparing it to today's coins, which are super high quality coins. And they're coins that everybody and their brother's sending in. So instead of having coins with populations of a couple hundred coins, you have populations of tens of thousands of coins, and that's never going to become a rare coin. Now, that said, how can you take advantage of the bullion market and also this new modern coin market? Well, I'll give you another example. I just bought 23 2009 Buffaloes. So they're 1 ounce gold coins. The normal price for an ungraded Buffalo, 2009 Buffalo, would be right around $1,200, maybe a little less, maybe $1,175. So as a bullion coin, you'd be paying $80 to $100 over melt for it. Well, the MS-70s, because of the way I bought it, I paid an extra $100 a coin for it. So when I look at that, I think, okay, so for an extra $100, you have a coin that's certified, you know it's authentic, you know it's guaranteed, and it's an MS-70. So for $100, for $100, I don't mind telling you to take that risk. You're not gambling with thousands of dollars. You're probably gambling with $50 of the $100 that you'd lose if you turned around and sold it the next day. So if someone needs that coin in the future, and they have to have that for a collector or a dealer's running a promotion, if you only have an extra $100 in the coin, your odds of making money on that coin are very good, whether gold goes up or whether a collector's market develops. And you didn't take this big risk in buying the coins. So that's the time that I would tell you to consider buying certified bullion coins. And even that's not for everybody. Some people don't like to pay that extra $100, and I certainly understand that. Now, I'll tell you, we've had a lot of success with that. Not every client who's done that has made money, but I've had some clients more than double their money even after gold went from $1,700 to $1,100, just because they happen to have coins that the dealers promoting those coins needed. These 2009 coins, had the timing been better, 3 weeks ago there was a dealer in California who was putting sets of Buffaloes together. He was paying $300 and $400 over spot. So, he would have been paying, $1,400, $1,500 for those coins at that time. So if you bought them today for $1,275 and he ran his promotion, you pick up a few $100s just because a dealer runs a promotion. So it's all in the price that you pay for them. And there are some big dealers out there too that take this a step farther. They're selling, they're selling coins with Queen Elizabeth on them. And the story is that Queen Elizabeth is going to step down, and then these coins will be very rare. It's all a story. It's not going to make any difference. They do it with pandas. They do it with Australian coins. They do it with British coins. I will tell you, the chance of making money on the foreign coins is very tiny. And even the Chinese coins, they make so darn many of them anymore that to buy the modern coins and expect them to become ultra rare is just the likelihood is not very good. So I just wanted to hopefully clear that up. I hope I did. If you have any questions about that, you can call the office. You can call me here at the station, 602-324-1510. And hopefully I cleared that up instead of making it more confusing. There's one other area. Well, first let me backtrack. Next week's the Long Beach Coin Show. So the Long Beach Coin Show, for those of you who don't know, is one of the major shows of the year. I've been going to that show off and on for 35 years now. Now, the last 10 years, I haven't gone every year, but the first 20 years, I never missed a show. And that's one of the bellwether shows. It's been around forever. It's one of the biggest shows of the year, and in September, it's really the kickoff to the last coin season. September, October, and half of November are really typically good months for the rare coin market. So if you're really into rare coins, it's kind of fun to go to. They have all types of things going on. They have different collections that are going to be going to auction. They have collections of pattern coins that they'll have there you can look at. They have, right now they have the collection of U.S. pattern coins, which has the PCGS registry set of certain patterns and $4 Stellas. They have a collection of U.S. large cents. They're doing a lot of promoting, and the reason they're doing a lot of promoting for the shows now is because, honestly, the coin shows themselves are kind of dying off. Ever since we got the internet and we started trading in certified coins, it's been less and less useful to actually go to a coin show. So I know a lot of dealers don't even take their best material to the shows anymore. So, the coin shows are a great place. If you're really into coins, they're a great place. You'll see coins you never saw before. You can take courses on grading coins. PCGS even has a grading contest you can enter. So they've got all these gimmicks. I think they even have a treasure hunt for the kids. So they're doing everything they can to get you to go to the show. You could go online. I think you can even get free admission if you want. So there's, I went online and I looked up Long Beach. There's probably 12 different things going on there, from treasure hunts to free prizes to raffles to you name it, just to get people to show up at the coin shows. Coin shows are really a lot of fun. The thing is, what most people don't realize is they open it up a day early for us dealers. So if you're a dealer, you get to go to the show first and go through everybody's inventory and buy all the good stuff. And then the next day they open it up to the public to come in and basically buy what's left over. So that's why you still, even though it's a show, you have to be very careful going to the shows. That said, though, if you're really into coins, fly over to Long Beach. It's really pretty interesting. It used to be the coin shows were so busy that you could barely walk down the aisles. And I can tell you, the last couple I went to, you could hear a pin drop. It's just very, very quiet. There's not a lot of activity going on. And, unfortunately, when I go look for really rare coins, most of the dealers don't even bring them to the show anymore. So there will be some really big auctions. And I guess the shows are actually more popular for the auctions than anything else anymore. That's what Coin Dealer Newsletter will report on. They'll report on all the auction activity. And, some of the collections that are going for auction are worth in the neighborhood of $200 million now. So, you get a chance to see coins you would never, ever see again. We've got one more segment to go, so we'll be back in just a few minutes. If you have any questions, please call in, and we'll be back in a second.
Once again, here's Nick Grovich.
Nick Grovich back with you. I'm going to talk a little bit more about rare coins. As you know, I don't recommend rare coins to most of my clients, although for the first time in 25 years, I am again recommending rare coins to certain people, and only certain types of rare coins. But, I talk to a lot of people, thousands of people every year who, basically wanted to protect their money. They wanted to buy some gold or silver or platinum, stick it away for a rainy day, stick it away in case the stock market fell, stick it away for, bigger global crisis than what we have apparently. And, just have a little bit of precious metal stuck aside. And what I found is a lot of the big dealers, and I keep talking about these big dealers without mentioning names for obvious reasons. Some of you know who I'm talking about. There's quite a few of them. But I want to mention there's a lot of really great coin dealers out there too, but they're not usually the guys that are calling you 10 times a week to sell you the hot deal of the week. You get somebody calling you 5 times a week or 10 times a week, chances are they're not the guy you want to talk to. But anyway, that's why I want to talk a little bit more about rare coins. A lot of people have ended up with rare coins. I know one company I allude to quite often. They advertise silver eagles or gold 10th ounce eagles, and they sell them at actually below cost just to get you to call. And then they do a bait and switch, and they try and talk you into buying rare coins. And I know this company, based on what the owner has told me, for a while they were selling $100 million worth of coins a year, and that went on for at least 10 years, at least from 99 to maybe 2009. So I know there's a heck of a lot of coins out there that just this one company has sold. And I'm buying collections from people one lady spent $1.5 million with them. I have another gentleman spent $1.3 million. I have another lady spent $600,000. So, now there's people who spent $5,000 and $10,000 too. So this is not at all aimed at only people with huge collections. My point is there's a lot of really rare coins that this company sold that are out there. And there's, 100 other companies that have done the same thing. They've sold rare coins to people who are really looking for bullion. And a lot of people are sitting on these coins. Typically all these big collections I just mentioned to you, typically they're worth 50 to 60% of what the people paid for them. So people are sitting there, they've got these rare coins, they have no way to track the prices because the company the company really, once they sell you the coins, they don't really want to tell you what they're worth because then they have egg on their face. So they're not real anxious to send you updates in the mail. And people are assuming that, oh, if gold goes down, the coins go down. If gold goes up, the coins go up. And that really doesn't happen that way. The markets don't work that way. And a lot of people are sitting on these rare coins. And by rare coins, it could be rare date $10 Indians or $5 Indians. It could be 2.5 Indians. It could be the old $20 Liberties. It could even be something more common like $20 St. Gaudens in MS65 or MS66. And everybody's looking for a way to get more money out of those coins, to get more out of what they've spent. The coin market itself in a lot of these areas really has not gone up. In fact, some of these areas it's gone down substantially. And like I said, my job is always to try and get people the most that I can for their coins. One of the things that my company, American Federal, specializes in, and we have for the last 30 years, is that we buy rare coin portfolios and try and get people out with, of course, as much money as we can for them. So we've got quite a system for marketing rare coins or semi-rare coins and getting people either into gold, silver, or platinum bullion, or just back into cash. And a lot of dealers will give you prices on your coins, but then they want to trade you into something they're making money on. We don't really care if you want to trade into gold, silver, platinum, palladium, whatever, or if you just want to cash out. But there's one thing that I've done this year that has made the biggest difference of anything I've done in the last 5 years as far as getting people more money for their coins. And that is I became a CAC authorized dealer. CAC, we call it CAC, not a very pleasant sounding name, but it's Certified Acceptance Corporation. And what this is, I'm going to try and explain this to you. The person who started this, his name's John Albanese. He was actually one of the original owners of PCGS. And then when he basically got fed up with PCGS, he went off and he started NGC. So he was the originator of NGC, one of the original people who started PCGS. So what I'm getting at is the guy is well known. He knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. He's got the credentials. And there's a problem. The problem with certified coins, especially when you get into really rare coins, not common everyday coins like Morgan dollars and low-grade saints, but you get into rare dates or really high-quality material. There's a range of quality within a grade. What I mean by that is if I took 10 MS65 St. Gaudens and laid them in front of you, you'd be able to look at them and say, well, this one's really nice and this one's not so nice. No, there'd be a range of quality, even though they're all MS65. There's a range of coins that just barely make the grade of MS65 up to the coins that just barely miss out on being the next grade higher or MS66. And the way that the system's been set up, it's really hard to tell what you're getting. So if you call a dealer and you say, I want MS65 St. Gaudens, well, you don't know if you're getting the bottom end of that range or the high end of that range. And, and it sounds like we're really getting picky on this, and I guess we are. But the collectors want to know that they're getting the best that they can. So even though there are 10 MS65s, you're a collector or a knowledgeable investor is going to say, I want the best looking MS65. I want the best looking coin for that grade. So what CAC is they don't regrade the coin. They take a coin that's already in an NGC or PCGS holder, and then they look at it. And so what they might do is they might say, okay, within any grade, there's A, B, C, D quality of coins. So A might be the best, B's the second best, C, D. And they will put a sticker on coins that they consider A and B. So they're going to put a little green CAC sticker on those coins, which basically tells collectors and investors that these are the best within any grade. And I see I'm running out of time here, which I can't believe I am, but I am. But the CAC stickers in almost every case are worth more. A coin with a CAC sticker will almost always bring more money than a coin without the CAC sticker. I could give you hundreds and hundreds of examples. I've done that on some of the shows. I just sent coins in for another client who bought some some very rare coins. I mean, some coins where maybe the coin is worth $26,000 without the sticker, I got $38,000. Even more common coins like MS65 St. Gaudens, instead of $1,600 for a coin without a sticker, I can get $1,800, $1,900, sometimes $2,000 for a coin with the sticker. So, it's a $25 investment to send the best coins off and get them stickered. And your payoff on it is you increase the value of your coins anywhere from 10 to 30% is common, but as much as 400% getting that sticker. So anyway, if we can help you out, go to AmericanFederal.com.